Hey everybody, welcome! Delta Flight Gaming back here with a new series, Jotun. Heavy attack, hold, god power, dodge attack, and cycle through god powers. Okay. Subtitles. Huh. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, we're gonna leave it in English. I don't need to see the credits. Now, I've had this game on my radar pretty much since the day it came out because it looked amazing. And
Ég man eftir hljóðinu þegar viðurinn splundraðist, ýlfrinu í vindinum og öldu skellunum í andliti mínu. Húð mín fraus úr kulda sem var ólíkur öllu sem ég hafði áður upplifað og skipið okkar sökk. Í vægðarlausu djúpi sjávarins tók hálf gegnsætt net ránar við mér. Ég var dregin dýpra og dýpra í átt að gyðju sjávarins. Dauðinn var kominn til að sækja mig. Baráttuvilji sálar minnar myndi ekki nægja til að slökkva þorsta ránar í bráð sína. Myrkri kom, en þegar ég vaknaði var ég ekki í höll þangs og beina, heldur í kyrrð og þögn.
Yeah, I've had this game on my radar for such a long time. At this point in time, I only, was able to pick it up. But the main reason was because of the fact that it has to do with Norse mythology, which I've always really been interested in. And the isometric design, but it's also all hand-drawn. Alright, so that looks like where I am going. That giant tombstone looking slab.
Yggdrasil, tenging hinna nýju heima, gullfallegur.
Yeah, for the longest time, I know a friend, I haven't talked to her in, probably over a decade. But we talked a lot about Norse mythology.
Í hverju orði þarf að finna eina rún. Þegar hún hefur verið fundin, ræður þú hvort þú heldur áfram að kanna svæðið eða snýrð aftur í ginnungagap.
But yeah, we used to talk a lot about Norse mythology. It's just every time I went to try and look for, at like Barnes & Nobles and all these bookstores or whatever, there was no books that were out there. And whenever I talked to the people that work there, like, no, we have Norse mythology books, but they're all kids books. I'm like, no, I have always wanted to know more about it. So I ended up taking a Greek mythology class, which was awesome, but still. No, seriously, don't. Hey, stop. Okay, so I definitely need to avoid that. But recently, what was that? Oh, I just activated a rune. But recently, actually, I found about Neil Gaiman, his book. I think it's just called Norse Mythology, and he reads stories about Norse mythology. Who the important characters are, important stories, and things like that. But one story that I didn't know, because, you know, I didn't really know much about it, and he was telling me when I was listening to it, because it's the audiobook, you know, I was listening to it. He was reading about how Loki was trying to, you know, as Loki is the most, like, he's the most...
Hinn helgi mýmisbrunnur, þar sem ég fórnaði auga mínu, mun endurnýja bæði líf þitt og krafta.
Okay. But Loki, so I'm missing two. Loki's the most cunning god out of all of them. Like, he's even more cunning and, like, manipulative, or what, if you will, than Odin. And he, like, whatever he does, even if he's playing some sort of trick on you, it actually ends up somehow working out in the end. So he was talking to the dwarves who were, like, making, like, all these gifts. And the way that the furnace was working is, like, you have to keep that furnace, like, cranked. You have to keep it, you know, the bellows going at a certain pace. You gotta, you know, if you slip it up even once, it's no longer going to be a, like, perfect and great item. And Loki made a bet where he's like, hey, I bet you can't make something that'll impress the gods. So now I have a power. Ah!
Mér hlotnast heilun goðanna. Hilsi þér Frigg.
Frigg, yeah.
Geð ég
Odin's
fæðingar
wife.
og visku.
Yeah, pretty sure it was free. But, so anyway, so he's like, you know, he's like doing all this stuff. He's like, I bet you can't do this. And the dwarves are like, all right, challenge accepted. What is this? Oh, okay. So now I need to find all the rest of those.
Á ferðum þínum mun Iðun, verndari gullnu eplana og eilífrar æsku, aðstoða þig. Findu ávexti hennar til að lengja líf þitt.
Cool. So the dwarves are like, all right, challenge accepted. And they start going to town. They start working on the forge. They start doing all this other stuff. And Loki turns basically into what's, you know, a horsefly. And the guy who's working on the bellows, he starts biting his face, biting his eyes, his nose, all over, to the point where the guy, like, he's in so much pain, he's just like, you know, the blood is in his eyes. He can't see, but he's still trying to work the bellows. And he slows down for 1 second to wipe his brow, and that makes it so it's not a perfect item. But the dwarves make Odin's spear, which I believe is Gungnir. I believe that's right. And they also make Thor's hammer. But Thor's hammer, like, according to the, you know, the book and in the mythology, it's like the heaviest one. It will return to him no matter where he's at. You know, even if he throws it, he will. But the handle is too short. But the size of the hammer can change, you know, at will. If he can make it so small, he can put it in his, like, you know, inside of a coat pocket kind of thing. Odin's spear, because at that point in time, Odin had given up his right eye for knowledge. The dwarves made it so that spear, no, it was like he could just kind of whimsically chuck it, and it'll hit its mark. No matter where it is, it will hit wherever Odin wants it to. So if he wants to hit dead center between your eyes, 200 miles away, whoop, and bam, you're hitting in the face. And then they also created a ring. I don't think it really did much of anything, but every 9 nights, it would multiply itself. I think 9 times over. So it's been about like 3 weeks since I started reading or started listening to the audiobook, so kind of forgive me a little bit.
Goðin ein vita hvað dvelur í þessum haug.
And so when they, let me try and do a quick refill here. Or maybe it doesn't. Okay. So when the gods see it, they're all absolutely impressed. And the bet was if Loki could make it so the gods weren't impressed. Oh, I forget what it was that they were betting on. I forget what Loki was to get out of it, but if he lost, the dwarves would cut off his head. And they were like, well, we could either do, one of two things with your head. We could either pluck out all the knowledge from it, or I could just use it as like a coffee cup. Like it was like it's like I really couldn't care one way or the other. I do remember that Loki tried to offer him treasures because I got a bunch of treasures you guys can have, and the guy's like, I make the treasure. I don't need to I don't really need to worry about that. And so the dwarves, he's like, hey, look, the guys are impressed. Time to take your head. And Loki, God damn it.
Þér hefur mistekist að ávinna þér hilli goðanna.
But Loki's like, hey, hold on, Odin, hey. These guys were supposed to take my head, but I say that you cannot take one's head without taking part of the neck. And I only said my head. So you can't take my head because they'll cut part of my neck too. And Odin's like, well, yeah, you can only take the head. You can't take any part of the neck, so technically you can't take any of his head. So the dwarf was like, alright, I see what you're trying to do. I see you're trying to, weasel your way out of a scam that backfired on you. So, here's what we're gonna do. Thor, he grabbed him, and he's like, okay, yeah, sure. Loki's like, deuces, dude, I'm getting the hell out of here. This is backfiring even worse and worse for me. I don't need this kind of heat. So he just flees, and he is super fast. He's 2 miles away in a split second. And Odin's like, all right, I'll be back. A couple minutes later, he comes back, holding on to Loki. Loki's squirming and screaming. He's like, oh man. And so what the dwarf did, he takes a strip of leather. Oh my god, I'm gonna die again. Damn it! He takes a strip of leather and he puts it around Loki's mouth, and he sews his mouth shut. And the thing that pissed off Loki about the whole thing was the fact that he couldn't talk.
Megi þessi signi dauði veita þér endanlegan frið.
He was more pissed off at the fact that he couldn't talk over the fact that he just had his mouth sewn shut. So, I knew that, Thor has his hammer and everything like that, and Odin has his spear and things like that. But I didn't know that it was because of Loki. Loki is the reason why they have it.
Skógarjötun sinn sem myndar heild með náttúrunni. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
Okay. Can't do anything with that. Is there anything else I can explore out over here? I can at least refill my HP. Resting at a bonfire. Okay, let's check out the next area. The Void.
Til að mæta hinum máttugu jötnum þarftu að finna rúnirnar sem eru faldar víðsvegar ríkin. Sigraðu jötnana og sannaðu þig fyrir goðunum.
Okie dokie, I think I can defeat them. And I actually believe that, like, 3 interlocking triangles, I believe that's supposed to be Odin's, like the symbol for Odin.
Jörð, rún uppskeru, frjósemi og jarðar.
Don't want to activate it just yet. Hello? That's not weird. Don't know what you're gonna do. That's a big angry woman. Oh shit! Give it a second to reset. Just go that way. No, 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 no! Get my ass handed to me! Okay, so I need to hit her. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this loss because I am getting my ass kicked. Oh, I stunned her. Angry woman. I do like what looks like her helmet is made out of wood. Oh, run, go, 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 go. Yeah, I'm... It's just... If I can get good enough, I might be able to do this without another healing spell, but... Not if she keeps summoning more of those things. Shit. Move. I don't know how I missed that. Get. Oh yeah, we hit phase 2. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in... Oh yeah, oh, damn it. Oh, I can move those branches. Come on, start. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Okay, you know what? Just go for broke. Start this all over.
Þér hefur mistekist að ávinna þér hilli goðanna.
Roar! So this is why I think that it might be like a Souls-like inspired, but not really like a loose Souls-like game, because I've got a 2 Estus flask uses big powerful bosses, second phase, that kind of thing. Nope. Don't know why I turned when I should have. I should have just kept going left, and that'd have been fine. There you go. Take a good old chunk. Arr. Damn it. No, stop, no. Oh, asshole. Why? I'm stuck. Just come on. Whatever.
Þér hefur mistekist að ávinna þér hilli goðanna.
Round 3. Fight. And there's one creepy back. Start the cycle over. 1, 2. Get off the branch. Probably could have gotten a little bit more if I had done like 2 normal swings and then heavy. Come on. So I say, anytime you want to start, lady. Yep. Right into those things. Alright, she's really close to phase 2. So I have fewer to go. Damn it. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking she was going to do the poison. There's phase 2. Just as he was about to do the poison. I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble! Use the Estus Flask. Good, knock her out, knock her out! Move, 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 move. Alright, very little was taken. Get. She's going to throw him again. Just let she be stunned. Stun lock. Stun this chick. Oh, perfect. Come on, come on. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, bitch. Don't care. Going for it. Yes. Tame the wilds. That is one nasty C-section. Her, she's got some nasty teeth. I mean, yeah, you can see how, like, it's all hand-drawn. Which is funny because that's honestly kind of how I sketch before I take, before I go over it in ink. I'll do a bunch of like rough sketches and then one fine line when it comes to.
Ég heiti Þóra.
Hi, Thora.
Og ég var fædd til að berjast. 9 stormasömmum nóttum eftir fæðingu mína nefndi faðir minn mig eftir þrumuguðum.
Ok.
Faðir minn var höfðingi þorpsins. Ásamt bróður mínum og áhöfn þeirra sigldi hann höfin á stærðarinnar langskipi og ávann sér bæði ríkidæmi og vegsemd. Mér var kennt að berjast á unga aldri. Viska móður minnar, hugrekki föður míns og sögurnar af goðunum veittu mér innblástur til að verða hinn fullkomni bardagamaður. Þegar ég hafði aldur til, gaf faðir minn mér mína ástkæru exi og hleypti mér borð í langskip sitt.
Huh. Okay. Well, we've got what looks like 4 more bosses to go through, so I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Why don't do me a favor, help my channel grow by like, share, comment, subscribe down below if you're brand new. And like I said, guys, we will pick this up in the next episode where we will fight, I don't know, one of the other 4 bosses.